AD, first of all, just checking in on how you felt physically, 52 minutes. We know you didn't play in the last game and then, played a good chunk of minutes tonight. How did it feel out there?
Still sore. Took me a while to kind of get into the game just because, feeling it in a lot of plays, but I'll be all right.
You've had a lot of stuff that you've been battling through throughout the season. You've been top 10 in the NBA in total minutes. Is this another thing that you're going to have to play through, or do you feel like it's something that could get better in a couple days?
Get better in a couple of days. It's nothing serious. Excuse me, nothing serious. So I played tonight. I feel like I can play through it. So it's nothing that I plan to, miss any more games for, or have to be on a minute restriction or anything of that nature.
LeBron had mentioned that you can't look at this next three stretch of teams as under 500 or anything like that. That you have to approach each one of them seriously. Coming off of a loss, how do you just get back into the rhythm that you were in as you get to Brooklyn?
The team, to our team.
Yeah, your team. Yeah.
Just go out and compete. Like we're a little slow today. Both ends of the floor. It's not like us. Turned the ball over quite a bit tonight, and that's what they feast off of. We fouled a lot tonight. Let them guys get to the line. But learn from it. Get ready for Brooklyn. Like, you said, Bron said, we can't look at it as, under 500 team. They play good basketball. They got a lot of good players. We have to come in with the mindset of a must-win for us, and just to get back on track in the win column.
And what ways do you notice when you guys don't have the right energy? Like, what ways does that show up for you on the court that you see?
Not helping each other defensively. So a lot of times we didn't get back in transition. Somebody stopped the ball and another guy's wide open, cut to the basket for you, lay up or dunk. Guys are just blowing by us. We're not rebounding. They're getting offensive rebounds. Then offensively, guys are hesitant. We turned the ball over a lot tonight, overthinking. Trying to make the right play, but just overthinking. But I think what I can tell is from the defensive end of how we playing defensively, are we helping each other, are we covering up for each other, are we talking? And that wasn't the case tonight.
Did you ever figure out what play you kind of banged your knee up on? And that was it the Middleton play, or no?
The juice of playing at Madison Square Garden kind of goes without saying, going to New York. What's the feeling of going to play at Barclays?
Playing at Barclays, obviously it's a difference. It's the Garden, right? One of the most historical arenas in all the sports, and it's just a little different. Like playing in Staples, Crypto. I don't know if the feel. It's a little different for away teams when they come to Crypto, though, because of the name change. I'm not sure, but it's kind of like the same thing, right? But it's a different arena. It doesn't actually hold the same weight as the Garden, but, in the arena, I'll go in and look, just playing on the road, hearing teams, boo you most of the time where we go. Besides a couple arenas, we usually have a lot of fans where they cheer for us. So, but it's always fun playing in Barclays for sure.
Thanks, AD.
TK, one more. Sorry.
You want it?
No.
Thanks. I was going to be respectful. At this time of year, does it feel like anytime you guys lose, it's a wasted opportunity, considering how you guys are trying to climb?
Yeah, for sure. It's not about that. Teams can play well and beat us. I think it's the way, we lost tonight, which is a wasted opportunity. We don't shoot the ball well. You can't control it, but we didn't play well defensively. Turned the ball over. Wasn't getting back in transition. So the way we lost, I think what the wasted opportunity is that, Like I said, we can play great basketball, and these guys just could have shot the ball extremely well. You tip your hats off to them, but we didn't play our style of basketball on either end of the floor, and so that's the tough part, and that's where the waste opportunity comes in.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Sir.
LeBron, we knew some of the challenges going into this one, 3rd and 4 nights. You just put 150 on them. Mentally, how do you to try to get over that hurdle going into a game? Guys not able to tonight.
Offensively, we didn't have it going. Obviously, we shot horribly from the 3. We've been shooting the ball exceptionally well from the outside. Over the course of the last few months, tonight just we didn't have it.
Can some of that be attuned to the legs, or did Indy step up their ball pressure? Is it a combination of things?
It's a combination of both. You give credit where credit is due. Indy played well, exceptionally well. They extended their defense, but we missed some really good looks as well. Turned the ball over a little bit too much as well.
3 more cities on this trip to get to, all Eastern cities, of course. Teams all below 500. What do you guys have to do to just kind of get that vibe that you had back?
That right there is not the thinking. That can't be the thinking, saying we're playing against all under 500 teams, because that would get you burnt every time. So we got to play our game. We got to understand that Brooklyn beat us last time when we played them in LA. So we look forward to that challenge. They got some guys that can beat you. Cam Thomas and DS is on the squad as well. So he's always looking forward to playing us. Mikal Bridges and those guys are pros just like we are. So we better be ready for that game on Sunday.
LeBron, how does fatigue kind of manifest itself in turnovers, and do you think that was something that happened tonight?
I was just careless. You got to be able to focus and play through it. I understand it's 3 and 4 nights, but no excuse for uncharacteristic or unforced turnovers. Some of them, when you're trying to make a play to a teammate, whatever, it gets batted down, or it's a attack turnover. You can be okay with those, but some of the unforced ones, you can never be okay with that.
Along those lines, you guys had cut it to 7 midway through the 4th. You had a feed down low, and uncharacteristic of you to lose it out of bounds. And then I think the next possession, Tyrese overplays you, and Austin throws it. It hits his head. I mean, both you not getting the first ball and Austin throwing that second ball is not something we see very often. Can you just chalk it up to, a couple poor executed plays?
No, you got to execute better. You don't chalk it up to nothing when you're trying to be great. So we got to be better.
You guys have played with the right sense of urgency, I think, over the last couple weeks. Did you feel any lull in urgency tonight? Do you think you guys let your guard down at all, or was this?
No, not against them. You can't let your guard down versus them. We know what type of team they are, the type of ball they've been playing all year. So you can let your guard down versus them. I just think we didn't have the energy that we've had over the last few weeks.
We don't know when yet, but Gabe's back with the team. So it sounds like he could return at some point. What he does aid your guys' second unit?
I really don't even want to get into it too much. Don't put too much pressure on him. When he's ready to go, it'll be a bonus for our team. But he's been out for quite a while. So whenever he's ready, we welcome him with open arms. He's a brother of ours, he's a teammate of ours, and we were waiting on him. But at the end of the day, we put no pressure on him. So just take his time.
Thanks, LJ.
Austin, how much do you put things like the whole team struggling to hit threes, or some of the unforced turnovers on a fatigue level, 3rd and 4 nights, having just beaten the Pacers, all that, versus kind of frustration with execution?
Well, we just got to be better. I got to be better. I have 5 turnovers. That's uncalled for, and everybody goes through, back-to-backs, quick turnarounds. So just got to be better as a team. I got to be better individually, and, flush it and move on.
You did have 13 rebounds. Some verticality's been working for you defensively. It seems like that's picked up of late. Has there been any additional focus for you on doing things like that, and just other things from the the scoring and assists and such?
No, just trying to compete to win games. Going into every one of these games is a must win. But that's basically my mindset going into every game is go out there and compete 110% to come out with a win, and tonight it wasn't good enough.
Austin, how does fatigue affect decision making in terms of execution, and did you feel that, do you think, tonight for this team? Without making an excuse, of course, but
I mean, I think if you're mentally strong, you're tired, and you know you're tired, but you know we've played in a million games where you're tired competing, as hard as you can. So I don't really think it, plays that much of a factor. You just got to keep your mental strong.
there are nights where we hear it all the time over the course of the season, like where guys will we just didn't have it. Like you reach for energy and it's just not there. Did it feel like that at all tonight in some ways? I think that LeBron kind of alluded to energy as being kind of just like absent.
Yeah. You got to find it somewhere. But like you said, Bron said that, I just don't think we found it at any point. I thought that coming out of the fourth quarter, we made a quick little run that if any time was the time, then right there was the time that we were going to, pick it up and run with the momentum and energy that we had. And then I had two bonehead plays, back-to-back turnovers. One led to, I think, a layup or free throws for them, and the other one I just threw out of bounds. So I think if I'm better in those situations, then maybe that momentum continues to grow, and then we catch that rhythm. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to find, and you got to figure out a way to find it.
Not to harp on that, but you brought the turnovers in those two in particular, but they were like very atypical though. Like one, it seemed like LeBron kind of mistimed his jump or something like that, and then the second one, Tyrese overplayed the passing lane, but it's not a pass we normally see him make. But
yeah.
Did it feel like, it, even though it's a full game, like it may have come down to a couple plays there?
Yeah, for sure. I think those two plays right there were two huge plays, and that's on me. The first one, I should have thrown the lob. I went up for the floater, and Neesmith came forward, so I brought it down and tried to wrap it around to him, but he had already jumped. So when I threw it, it was basically at his knee, so he couldn't catch it. And then the second one, I just thought he was about to quick repost, and it was really just two bad plays on my part, but just two kind of different thought processes between us two, and like I said, that those were two big plays, and I got to be better.
Do losses like tonight, where maybe the energy wasn't there in the way you guys wanted to, do they weigh on you differently, on the team differently, just because of the climb you guys are trying to make in the play-in/playoff race?
I think every loss should be the same, in my opinion. There's like you said, obviously ones that sting a little worse, that you feel like you let get away, or whatever the case may be. But a loss is a loss, and at the end of the day, you try to steer away from losing games. You want to win every game you go play. I know it's not realistic, but that's the mindset I have going into every game.
Austin, obviously the turnovers and the shooting led to the season low in points, but did you feel like they did anything defensively differently from the last matchup? Because last time, in two different games, last time you guys faced them 150 points, tonight season low 90 points. Like, did they do anything in terms of like their paint defense or the way they were loading up against you guys?
I'm not 100% sure. I have to go back and watch the game, and but just kind of thinking, back right now, I feel like we got a lot of good looks. Just didn't have them go in like we did last time we played them, or like we have in recent games. But I don't really know right now if anything was different. But kind of just thinking back, I think that we had typical looks that we usually make that just didn't go in tonight.
Last question.
You mentioned everyone kind of has these 3 games and 4 nights types of stretches. How much more difficult is it against this Pacers team that is going to be up and down the court all night too?
It's tough, but it's tough every time you're going to play them, that you got to put your running shoes on and miss, whatever it is, turn over, they're running to the ref, give me the ball, I'm trying to run the other direction. And that's the style of basketball that they play and they thrive in. And like you said, 3 and 4 nights coming in here playing that style is tough, but coming in you know that, so you just got to mentally prepare for it and go out there and compete. Appreciate y'all.
Darvin, you guys scored 90 points tonight, which was a season low. I guess was it just an off night offensively, or did you not like the flow of the offense, or just what did you make of the offense overall?
Yeah, I thought we were, running in mud a little bit. Third game, 4 nights. The double OT game in Milwaukee, play against a physical Memphis squad. You come in and it's like the Indy 500, as fast as they play. So it's a combination of a lot of different factors. We were trying to post and take advantage, try to get work done in the paint, and a lot of times, they're jamming us up, different schemes, showing the crowd. Just didn't have a lot of pop on the offensive side of things. And, guys missed shots. Some guys missed shots they normally make, had good looks, and just didn't go down. And other times, just us trying to force our will in the post or to the paint, we got out of rhythm a little bit. And so a lot of shots came up against the clock. But, overall, we've been playing some great basketball. We'll get our treatments, we'll get our nutrition, our recovery going, and be ready to bounce back on Sunday.
You mentioned the third game in 4 nights, and you put 150 on this team not too long ago. Did you see them just defensively, intensity-wise, step up?
Absolutely. They had bodies flying around everywhere. Do a great job protecting the rim. And again, we missed a ton of shots we normally make. So part of it is defense, of course, and the other part is just us missing shots we normally make. But we knew they'd be coming out ready to go, and they were. And so we fought as long and as hard as we could, and then the bottom just fell out, so to speak.
How did you think AD was moving physically coming off of the game missed with the knee?
Yeah, you could tell he had he was running with a little gingerly. It got better in the second half as the game wore on. His body got a lot warmer. But my hat's off to him. The kid's a trooper. He wanted to be there for his team, and he was, and he gave all he could give, and that's why he is who he is. He cares.
You guys had that one stretch in the fourth where you cut it to, I think, 7, I want to say, and then they went on a little run to kind of push the lead back up. What did you see kind of in that stretch that sort of turned the game when you guys seemed like you had some momentum?
Just faster, more pace, something we really got to lock in on. When we play with pace and we play downhill toward the paint, we're a very difficult team to stop, and we just got to be more consistent with that.
Darvin, what's the top line item as you start to transition into that Brooklyn game and kind of get a day's rest and start to think about trying to start another winning streak as you close the season?
Just going back and looking at the film, seeing ways we can get better, different things that we can do to improve upon defensively, offensively, and look at the things we've been doing well. It won't just be like a one-off where we just watched this Indiana game. We'll go back and look at a few games we played here recently and put together a film for us to watch and, again, try to grow from and get better from and, be ready to suit them up on Sunday.
Sorry, Darvin, I apologize if you addressed this already. And never really felt like you guys had the kind of energy or juice that you guys have maybe had over the last 8 or 9 games. Anything to that? Do you think? I guess
3 games in 4 nights.
I was just gonna say in January, maybe that this type of stuff happens. Is it disappointing that you guys couldn't quite break through?
Yeah, it was tough. You coming off a double overtime win versus one of the better teams in the league. Team is top 5 easily in the league, and then you go to Memphis. It's had a difficult year with injuries, but still play a very physical brand of basketball, and then you come here and it's like the Indy 500. These guys run up and down like crazy, and it's a tough team to play, tough style of basketball to play, on the third night of a third game in 4 nights. So, but, we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. Give them their credit. They played a hell of a game. They're a hell of a team, but we'll go back to the drawing board and try to get better from it.
Certainly, I'm not trying to peg the whole game on this, but when things can be so, close and try to come back. There's 2 plays in a row. You're down 7. Austin tries to throw it to LeBron. LeBron kind of fumbles it, kind of put it on himself. He messed it up under the basket. And I think the next possession, Austin tries to find LeBron on the wing. Kind of bad pass. Austin puts it on himself. Like that was a bad pass from him. It was, when you're trying to make the comeback, a couple plays like that, could that be all it can take to hurt the momentum?
Absolutely. You got to play damn near perfect when you're trying to fight your way back into a game that late in the game. And so, turn the ball over definitely is not going to help the situation. But again, being the third game in 4 nights and, against a really high-level ball club, fast ball club, active. Any live ball turnovers, they're rushing it right back at you, and they're probably going to get a good look. It's hard to set your defense up, but again, guys just out there trying to make the right plays for one another, and it just didn't work out. But again, we will get ourselves together, pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try to be better going forward.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.